All right, welcome back. So this is our third onion cutting technique. What we've done previously in the other videos and recipes was slicing the onion, which we use then for the caramelized onions, and then we did a medium to large style dice that we use for the red onion jam. Now we're gonna go for a fine dice. So think back to the medium dice video and how we did that. And we started by first removing the top of the onion, and then we cut it in half. We put that down, we cut right at the root, and we discussed that we want to keep this root as opposed to the stem because this is going to hold everything together right here. And then what we did, we made cuts from this side, from the North Pole to the South Pole, but we didn't get all the way into the root system, that way it held together. And we went like about 3rd inches, and then we turned it perpendicular and went 3rd inches, and that gave us a medium dice. We're adding one extra step right now, and that's going to allow us to cut even finer. It is a cut this way going up. You want to make all of your cuts uniform, so if we're going to go for like a 1/4 inch this way to begin, we're also going to do a 1/4 inch coming up, and then perpendicular 1/4 inch that way. And that's the only difference between the last cut and this one, but it does make a big difference because you're adding another cut, another incision to make your pieces even smaller. Now, this cut moving upwards can be done in the first move or the second. Don't leave it for the third, but definitely can be done first or second. I'm gonna do it first because then once we're done with that, you'll follow along with what we did with the earlier red onion jam, and that we just made the cuts North Pole to South Pole and then the perpendicular down. So let's begin. Make sure you have a sharp knife. Hold your knife properly. Try to hold them top. You don't want your hands down here because you could slice through. I don't. If I had a GoPro, this would be a little easier to look at what I'm doing, but I also do not want to slice and cut my hand on this. This is definitely, of all the cuts, adding this layering up is the one where you could very easily cut yourself. All right, so now we have these cuts. As you can see, hopefully the breaking in between, right there, right there, right there. There we go. Yeah, that one didn't show very quickly. All right, this is gonna give us that extra fine dice just by making these incisions this way. Now we'll go back to what we did before. We're gonna cut down from the top, making sure we don't get to the root, and try to do even finer cuts than we did yesterday. All right, so because you've already cut into this onion twice now, you're gonna have pieces fall apart. Don't worry about those, just push them to the side. You might give those a little mince when you're done, but that's just gonna happen, no biggie. All right, so now we're finally at the perpendicular part. We're gonna work from the North Pole back to the South Pole. And again, just try to follow the same distance that you did before. So, all right, so let's take a look and see how we did. Try to break some of those up that get stuck together. All right. So, how did we do? Well, take a look. You can see how much finer these are, and some of them are still a little stuck together, but they'll come apart when you start cooking. But yeah, much finer than our cut yesterday, all because of that 3rd slice. We actually did it first, but the newer stroke of cutting up the onion this way. And that's it. Now we'll go put these onions to good use.